Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa. So, you know how I always go on about in my videos? Oh yeah, we should totally use voice comms. You should always talk. You should always communicate with your team because it's an Overwatch skill, right? This is the point I've always been trying to make. If you don't talk to your team, if you don't listen to them, like I get not everybody wants to bust out a microphone and go, yo guys, how's it going? Like in fact, I could... Yo guys, how's it going? That's probably made my microphone sound really bad. So let's not do that. Anyway, you don't do that. Like not everybody's going to want to do that, and that's fine, right? That's totally fine. But you should always join voice just to listen to, you know, any kind of commands that people might give. Now, I don't mean commands like, "Oh, you get over there. Why aren't you doing this?" I just mean like simple stuff. Like I always use Tracer as an example, don't I? So when people are like, "Tracer's behind, guys," or "Winston's low," "Rip tires coming in," or "Wall hacks up," or whatever, like stuff like that, it will help you. It's more information, and if you've got more information, well, you've got more chance of winning the game, right? So that's why I always have believed it makes sense to, well, use your microphone or at least listen to voice comms. Anyway, I was like, you know what, screw this, let's just see what happens if I just completely mute all of the chat. So if I just mute all chat, don't even join voice, what happens then? Well, yeah, this is what happens, ladies and gentlemen. So we come into my first game of the day. Now, poor Steakbake had gone and decayed away some of his SR. He decayed down to 3,999. So it's not too bad. I mean, I think he was like 4.16 or something like that. So it wasn't too bad. I looked at my team. It's not too bad. Everything's fine. The thing is, there was no way I could communicate with the team to ask them to change team, like heroes, or say, guys, can we maybe change this? Can we maybe do this? So this forced me to play Mercy, which I haven't got a problem with, because the way I always play Overwatch is I don't just lock in a hero and be like, whatever, I'm just going to play this hero. I at least try to build what I think will be the best team at that time. So if nobody wants to play healer, I'm like, all right, well, I should probably play support. So that's why I did this. But it was really frustrating to me because I was actually talking. What I should have done is recorded what I was doing, because recorded my microphone as well, because I'm like, guys, wait, don't go in. But people just go in, and it's like, oh my god. There was a lot of instances in this game where I think if I'd used voice comms, it might have helped the team. So anyway, we lose. We're at 3979, and we go back into a queue. This time we go to Nepal. Now, on this map, it was pretty interesting. This was. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm looking through the team, the players, right, to see what we've got. So we've got a Genji, got a support, we've got a Winston, and I actually had to go in again as Mercy. Now, I'm not showing Mercy footage because you can see I changed to Junkrat. Now, the reason I changed to Junkrat is he's very effective on this point. And if you look at the percentages at the top, we were 99%, they were 99%, sorry, and we were like 40% or whatever. We managed to take the point back. I did a ton of work with Junkrat. Like, I got loads of kills and really pushed them back from the point. The thing is, right now, I'd be saying things like, guys, come back. Guys, Hanzo to the right there. No, sorry, not Hanzo. Junkrat was to the right. Like, I make these calls, but I'm not able to make them when I don't have, well, like voice comms active. So basically, in these two games so far, I have felt quite frustrated that I haven't used my microphone. Now, it started to make me realise that people who are not using their microphone are at a severe disadvantage, like a major disadvantage. I know that not everybody would, you know, maybe want to talk, but even just joining the voice will help a hell of a lot. So this game is a defeat, again, obviously. So we leave this game and we go in at 3953. So you can see we're rapidly dropping SR. Now, we come to Volskaya, and again, I'm going to check my team just to see what we've got in terms of players, like what people are going to play, maybe where I can fit into the team. Now, I think the biggest problem with not using voice comms or any kind of communication in Overwatch, and this really did highlight it to me, because remember, guys, I always use communication in my games. I don't go in and just say nothing to people. Is there were a lot of times where we could easily have held points, or we could easily have done stuff if all I said was, guys, just wait for me, or I'm going to use my ultimate. It's like, it's a criminal offence that players, like, you know, so we lose again. So we're at 2-9-2-6. It's a rapid descent for old Steakbake. And we go to Hanamura, which this was like a horrifically bad game. You can see what I did here, because I was like, oh my God, we're losing loads of games. So I'm going to insta-lock in as Soldier, because I know I can do a lot of work with Soldier, yeah? And then I'm looking at the team and I'm thinking, oh no, nobody's really going to play a tank, are they? So we're going to have a bit of an issue. So this forced me to then pick up a tank. Whereas if I could communicate with them, I might have said, oh, guys, can somebody else tank, or, you know, I'll support or something, right? But you just can't do that. Anyway, what this really highlighted to me is you are at a major disadvantage if you don't communicate with your team. I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys right here. I don't think, right, I am anywhere near the level of player I am where I am on the ladder. Now that might sound crazy, right? You might think, what the hell, Sty? You're saying you're boosted. No, because I play on my own, right? I've never grouped with anyone this season, so that's an impossibility. But what I mean by that, right, is Overwatch is a very unique game in which you don't have to be the most mechanically gifted, crazy player to be up there at Grandmaster level. You need to be able to understand the game in your own unique way. And for me, that's through communication. But it gets me thinking, right? There must be a lot of players out there that are held back because they don't communicate. If I turn off all of my voice comms, I have no doubt that I would lose more games than I would win. With voice comms on, I can communicate to the team and try and set up attacks. I can use like my Overwatch strengths, which for me are like my knowledge of the game, my knowledge of team comps, my knowledge of tactics. You know, I've seen the very best players in the world play. I've met these players in real life. I've watched countless esports competitions. I've watched loads of stuff with Overwatch, so I'm very well versed in tactics. But you don't have to be like that. You just have to be able to give basic instruction, and I think it makes you a much better player. So, what I want to end this video on is this. I want to give you guys a challenge. If you have never used voice comms, try and use voice comms. I'm not saying come up with the greatest master plans known to man. What I'm saying is just try and talk to your team. Don't make friends with them. I'm not asking you to do that, right? Just be amicable and friendly to people. Don't be toxic to people, and try and resist the urge to tell people to F off. You know, if they're like, oh my god, what's this Orisa doing? She's so bad. Get her out of the game. Can you swap our Mercy? She's so bad. If you are that player, don't rise to them. Don't bite it. Just ignore them and block them. That's all you've got to do. But yes, my challenge is, guys, go out there and use your microphone. Even if you don't want to use your microphone, join voice chat and use text chat. Try and communicate. You will gain SR, right? There's nothing fancy about this. Like I said, I don't think I could get to like 4.2k just with pure mechanical skill alone. I get there through playing Soldier and Tracer and other DPS at levels where I know I'm effective, but then once I start getting into High Master and getting into GM, I then start relying more on my communication. I want you guys to go and give that a go. Guys, I've been Stylosa, and this is Unit Lost. If you enjoyed this video, then like this video, and you can follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming, and do let me know how you get on with this. Join the Discord as well, which is discord.gg/UnitLost, and very sadly, as a result of all of this, I'm just going to ignore voice chat. Steakbake lost like 100 SR. Rip Steakbake. Catch you on the next one, guys. Toodaloo.